get back on the agenda, and joining us here in the studio is Eric from Human Animal.
Eric,
welcome.
The solo show here, the one-man band. Yes, bravely is tackling the podcast on his own.
I don't know what I'm getting into, but I'm here for it.
Well, you just have to like talk about everything.
All right.
That's like just how that goes.
So I was born? No, it's good.
Well, that's generally the first question we throw out there. So tell us a little bit about yourself and, more importantly, Human Animal.
Yeah, right on. My name is Eric. I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania. We made the trek down today. It was about a 7-hour drive. It's our first time ever playing in Virginia as this band, so it's pretty cool. So we're excited. So
yeah. Is this your first podcast?
With cameras, yes.
Okay, first video podcast.
Audio, no.
I was just hoping to get in line of all these firsts.
It's definitely the most professional.
All right, we'll take that.
So far,
yes.
So far,
this is pretty impressive.
So. Tell us about the band. How long have you guys been around, been together?
So we started about 10 years ago. It was kind of a slow start because some of us were just starting our families, stuff like that. So it was very, very part-time. But now we're kind of getting some momentum, having fun. Just our main thing is just, go away for a weekend, have some fun with each other, and just, make some noise. So, But yeah, it's been about 10 years. We just did a new record. Unfortunately, it came out about 4 weeks into COVID, so that was pretty depressing not being able to play shows or anything for a little bit. So we're still promoting that, even though it's been about 3 years. So yeah.
2 lost years.
Yeah,
basically.
It was a weird one. It was definitely a weird one, but we're here now having fun.
So tell us about the style of it.
So we kind of play like fast, energetic, hardcore punk. We were in other bands together, some of us, like back in the 90s, stuff like that. So we've been kind of chugging along for a while. And with this band, we kind of switched up our roles. Like I used to play bass in an old band. Our guitarist played drummer in an old band. And our drummer of this band built a recording studio. So we kind of like just wanted to challenge ourselves in tackling new positions in bands that we've never really done before. So that's been pretty exciting. Like it's nerve-wracking.
Sure. It's interesting. To have that kind of talent to be able to kind of switch those roles. We were talking to the band that actually, I think they just wrapped up, Colo. We're saying the same thing. They were in, the guitar player plays drums in a different band and the drummer plays bass. So it's just interesting.
Right. Yeah. I had never sung in a band before. And, this is my first time. I used to play bass guitar for 15 years. So you feel very exposed not having an instrument in front of you. You feel very vulnerable up there. Sure. So I just take my glasses off so I can't see anybody.
I get it.
I don't know what's going on out there.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm in a band that went from a 4-piece to a 5-piece, and the guitarist looked up and said, I really am much more comfortable with a 5-piece because I can hide a little bit.
Right. Yeah. A little less spotlight. Yeah.
Right. And I'm the vocalist. I'm like, wait, wait, what does that mean for me?
Right. All the pressure. After we play a show, all the guys just bust my chops, all the stupid stuff I said on the microphone. I'm like, I'm trying. I don't know.
Cool. So you kind of said it's sort of a weekend gig. So
yeah.
So talk a little bit about how that comes together in terms of being able to rehearse, and if you're just playing on weekends, I guess it's not a lot of time to.
Yeah, we're pretty religious as far as like every Wednesday night we practice. It's like we don't even have to check with each other. We like to be real consistent, and it's awesome because that's like my night out with my friends who I've known for 25 plus years. So it's just like a nice reprieve, and my wife is like pretty cool with it. Like she knows I come home, I'm happy, I got to do my thing, vent, and get some energy out. So she's very supportive. So
Well, and it's a lot. I mean, obviously Jeff is in a band, but we've been going to shows forever. So that's kind of our, my wife generally isn't going, but your girlfriend goes to a lot of shows with us. But that's like, go have fun, do your thing.
Right.
So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it's nice to just be like creative with my friends because you get a little mossy, like you get stagnant if you're not doing something, I don't know.
Now we've talked to some other bands, just even in the course of this evening, but even out of the course of the evening, you know, and having that long-term relationship like that, has that changed for you guys over time? You know, like in knowing, you know, like your bandmates for that long, and how you can interact with each other?
For sure. You know the good, but you know the bad too.
Right.
You know, like, you know, when little things that can drive you nuts. Cause I mean, some of us have like traveled Europe together, like for extended tours and older bands and stuff. And, you know, by the end of a 5-week tour, you're ready to kill each other, you know, but I like to think we're all a lot more mature now, you know, so, and just like a little more patient.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And I see the note.
Oh, we got a winner. We got a winner, 2 tickets. It would be our Clay. I guess can we announce his last name? Clay Erie. Clay Erie is the big bad winner tonight.
Yes.
God love you, Clay. Good job, brother.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So in terms of what you guys, the set list for tonight, you guys all originals you're playing, or are you mixing covers? What can we expect?
Tonight, no covers. I think we have 8 or 9 originals. Some are on our new record, some are brand new that we've just been putting on Spotify this year. We're kind of trickling them out like once a month. We put a new song up, just trying something different because, you know, I think attention spans are a little shorter these days. So when you dump 10 songs out there, seems like the 10th song gets a lot less plays than the first, you know, I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Just trying to keep up with the times a little bit. So, which is kind of fun, like dropping a new song every month too. So
you have to get to the end of the tape to flip the tape to get back to that first song.
Yeah. I'm old enough. I remember.
Of course.
I used to put out music, you know, back in the mid 90s, and our guitarist I put out his band, I did like 3 different cassettes of his band, and 7 inches, and I couldn't even give those away in the 2000s, and then now they're popping up on eBay for like $80 a piece, and I threw away hundreds of them, you know. So
sure. So you're bringing up like your music, your new music. Is there other new music that you are listening to yourself that you like and appreciate and continues to influence you?
Oh man, after COVID, I feel like there's a lot of bands really popping off, and a lot are doing great. There's like Turnstile from Baltimore area, like huge Knock Loose. I mean, I saw they just hit over 1 million streams, and they're just kind of a young metalcore, hardcore background band, and just dominating, you know. And we were listening to a lot on the way down. We always share a lot of music with each other at practice and stuff.
Sure.
I feel like half the practice we used to just sit and watch YouTube videos of other bands. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I get it.
Cool. What about so if folks want to find out where you're playing, when you're playing, where to listen to some of your music, got social media presence, websites, how can they find out more about Human Animal?
Everything's at Human Animal 814, which is the Erie area code, Erie, PA. We're pretty active on there, stuff like that. We're playing in Pittsburgh again at the end of this month, and we're playing a festival in PA with like Life of Agony. Sick of It All.
This band's been around for a while.
I'm so pumped. I can't wait to see them again.
Sure.
So, yeah, we got asked to do that fest, and I was like, yes. You know, like just to play with such a esteemed headliner. Like, we actually used to cover one of their songs.
Sure.
You know, so it's definitely going to be the highlight of the summer. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad you mentioned that. You know, because thinking, what are we doing that day?
Look that one up.
Clearfield, PA. It's like the middle of absolutely nowhere. I don't even understand what's happening there, but I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what spun up the show down in Lynchburg. That's now all, you know. So it's
Blue Ridge Festival.
Just like middle of nowhere, and now it's turned into this huge. It's a lot of thrash and metal bands.
Cool.
But it's really blown up the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I think a lot of those markets too, like the locals are so hungry for something to happen. You know, those were some of the best cities to play. You know, where like not a lot comes through because everyone's just starving for some entertainment. You know.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to catching your set tonight. I want to thank you for stopping by.
For sure.
And the rest of Human Animal should thank you for holding this down yourself as they went to get beverages, from what I understand.
They would have shoved me in the spotlight anyway. They're shyer, a little shyer, but they'll yell at me later for not telling them. It's all right. I'm well used to this role.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for stopping by. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a little bit more on the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show on the Wild Style Network.